From pop quizzes to final exams, teachers love tests. But in one Seattle area school district, the teachers are saying no. They will not give a district-mandated standardized test for the good of the students. Jessie Hagopian is a history teacher at Garfield High School in Seattle. Welcome.
Thank you, Carol, and let me say, go Bulldogs.
I'll take that. The test itself, your particular school district mandates kids take these tests. Why?
Well, they mandate this test because they say that it's a tool that we can use to show student growth, but the courageous teachers at Garfield High School have said that they're going to refuse to give this test, and they've been met with overwhelming support and solidarity. The Garfield High School PTSA voted to support us, the student body government voted to support us, and yesterday we got pizza sent to us during lunchtime from a school in Florida, flowers coming in. We finished off with some chocolates from another school district. So I think there's a lot of schools around the country that are been put under this testing and more testing regime that has really served, I think, the interests of a corporate-driven so-called reform movement in education. And so many people are happy to see that Garfield High School is standing up and pushing back and saying education should be much more than just testing.
Is there a fear that kids won't be able to pass these tests? I mean, how is it harmful to students?
Well, that's not really the fear at all. I think there's so many things that are deeply flawed about this specific test. First of all, the test was brought to us under an utter scandal. Former superintendent, the late Maria Goodloe Johnson, sat on the board of the company that made the test and sells the test that we adopted in the Seattle Public Schools for over $4 million. And it's not me who has a problem with that. It was actually the state auditor came in and found that to be a, quote, ethics violation. So Garfield High School teachers are saying we're not going to administer an ethics violation. But more than that, what we're worried about with this test is that, one, it's not aligned to our curriculum. So the math teachers tell me that there's questions on the 9th grade math portion that aren't taught until 10th or 11th grade. And other teachers across the curriculum are telling us it hasn't been aligned to our curriculum. What's worse, there's really nothing tied to this test for students. There's no graduation requirement or grade tied to it, but there is something tied to teachers' evaluation. So students often just try to rush through the test. Sometimes they race each other because there's nothing tied to them, but then it can end up negatively impacting our teacher evaluation. And let me just say that teachers at Garfield High School are not against accountability. We definitely want more accountability, and we want to be able to show our student growth. It's just that this is not a tool we can use to show student growth because it's not properly aligned to our curriculum. We want to replace this test. Some of my colleagues want to replace this test with a better standardized test. But many of us, like myself, think we have too many tests, and we should move towards things like portfolio-based assignments where you gather data over time, and then you're actually showing the skills that are being taught in your very classroom.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Jessie Hagopian. Thank you very much. Talkback question. Oh, you're welcome. Talkback question today. Can Lance Armstrong